All right, guys. Good morning and welcome in to the coffee run here with John. I know we missed a day yesterday because I had some work things going on, and it is what it is. But here we are back on a hump day. Good morning. I see Randy's here. Probably a slow arriving crowd today. I know that Joe ran a little late. I know that Brian from Hawaii Crap Shooters is going live doing his tournament thing. So it'll just be us friends for a few minutes until everybody kind of trickles their way on in. But in the meantime, got some stuff I want to talk about, and then of course I'll end my show today, as I always do now, with the hopefully a good paycheck run on a hump day here. So we're going to play a hybrid type thing. So let's jump into the show here. Good morning, Papa Chops. Let's get into it. I've got a couple of things I want to kind of talk to you about as far as news and notes go, and one of them is going to be this thing that Ken's doing. So Ken from Ken Knows Gambling has been on this series where he's trying to go 20-0 with all these different ways of playing, and most things crash and burn at some point. Like almost every strategy has crashed at some point on the way to going 20-0. It's just because of randomness, right? Shit's going to happen, right? They're not going to always be perfect. They're going to run into that one run that gets you. You know what I mean? The horseman that I run every day has a pocket of numbers that will kill it. And every once in a while, I hit that exact pocket of numbers and it goes upside down. And that's what Ken's proving, right? Is that nothing is impervious to the crazy, except what he's doing now, right? He's crushing the 20-0. He's running a couple of things. He's done some baccarat, he's done some blackjack, pardon me, and he's running it with either the 31, which is a negative progression, or martingale, right? Either way, he's done it. And I think what he's showing is kind of what everybody knows intrinsically, which is this. The secret to daily winning, if there is such a thing, is negative progressions. The Wayland ladder, the Dalen Bear, the martingale, the 31 is a great negative progression. 31 is my favorite of all of them because it does scope you into a certain set of, whatever, known loss if you blow it. And it's got 8 levels, which is great, and it has a guaranteed win. All those things are awesome. All those things are great if you're looking to get 1 unit of victory, right? I want to win 1 unit. If your 1 unit is your paycheck size, then you're good. If you can do a ladder at 150 or $200 and win your unit, maybe do it twice a day and win a couple of units, and your unit size is enough to get you through your paycheck goal, then great. 99% of the time, you're going to be fine. I think Ken's showing that, right? You don't get to be 20-0 or 21-0 or 23-0 or whatever he is now without that being the case in a negative progression. Now, the problem is, and we know this, when you go 100-0 and you're winning $100 at a time, the 100th or 99-0 and the 100th one, you lose 20 grand. That's the problem with martingales. And the other problem with martingales, as we know, is that you hit the table max. The 31 is designed to do the same thing as a martingale, just like the Fibonacci is in these other kind of ways, without hitting table max. They're designed to be like a negative progression that's got some built-in regressions to it that you don't hit table max. They're designed to get around that, but they're capped at 8 or 9 straight losses and you're out, right? The 31 is capped that way. It's interesting. Watch his series. Watch how he describes what he's doing. He explains it all very well, and it's like you're kind of playing with fire the whole time, but I just think it's interesting. I'm not advocating to go out there and play some negative progression with $1 billion in your rack. That's what Jimmy does. Jimmy's preaching to the choir or to the chorus here that you got to play a martingale to win everything. It's true. Martingales will always win if you don't hit the limit and you don't have this crazy run, or you run out of money. Either way, either one of those things happen. You'll either run out of money, you'll hit the limit, or you'll hit some crazy run. Other than that, they win, which I think was what Ken is showing. And I think Ken also advocates, and he'll tell you this himself, don't do it. Don't go to the casino with your whole thing and put it out there on that. It's a lot of risk for a little reward. However, you can do it repeatedly. It's been fun to watch, right? It's been fun to watch. I'm enjoying that thing. I'm rooting for him to win all the time, of course. But at the same time, you got to be measured. I say this a lot, measured in how you watch things. Be measured. We go through our list of mindset things. Be measured in how you watch stuff. It's super important to do that, okay? All right. For Daily Dose of DI today, we're going to talk about the axes and the dice sets. I'll get to that in a little bit. And I finally got listening back to Casino Tears last night. They dropped their season 2 episode. Good one again. It's always a good one. I like it. Like I say this a lot. I know that they're not going to listen to me, of course, right? But I like when that show goes off the rails. Fran loves it. When they go off into these weird tangents that are non-craps related, I love it. And I love when 10 Ton triggers Ed sometimes, and Ed just goes off. I mean, he went off this episode on Harrah's, and it's hysterical. You have to look when Ed just becomes Ed Unfiltered. It's awesome, right? I have a feeling he's going to go unfiltered on me one of these days, which will be just as awesome, right? I think it's good. I think sometimes in those moments you get the real, right? Not unfiltered is the wrong word, but like the real unfettered sort of, okay, this is what I really think. And I'm having a really hard time explaining it in a good way or in a measured way. So I'm just gonna let you have it. I love it. I love it when that happens. And yeah, that whole piece on Harris Biloxi was fantastic. Anyway, so with that said, let's jump ahead and remind you of some of the things that are coming up here. We have the Casino Quest Bridge seminars in February 22nd. I actually bought my tickets yesterday. So I'll be in Vegas for a little bit ahead of that one. I'm going to go down there and stay there ahead of that. I'm going to be in California for about a week, or I guess 3 days next week, actually. There'll be no shows for me next week. I'll be in California. I actually might show you, though, when I'm thinking about this. I'm going to be in California on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week at LinkedIn Studios. I'm recording a series of database videos for LinkedIn Learning. And this last time I did it, I recorded in a sound studio, which was vocal only. There was no camera, which was cool. And I'll take some pictures of those studios for you when I get to this time. But this time I'm going to do it live. It's going to be a face video. So I'm going to get to do the whole makeup thing. It's going to be a teleprompter. It's going to be like a real TV show. It's going to be pretty damn cool. So I'll try and document that as best I can, because I know that a lot of you like the behind the scenes stuff, how we do these shows. That'll be like how Hollywood does a show. So I'll get some cool videos from that. Anyway, so after that, I'll be in Vegas for about a week or so working with Casino Quest. We're about ready to launch the new Casino Quest series of websites and services that are going to be very, very cool. I'm going to be leading the charge on some of that stuff. I'll have a full announcement probably on Friday, maybe Thursday. We'll see, but probably Friday. About that whole system. I may even have David on. We'll talk through it and let you know what's going on there. Anyway, following that, that same weekend of the bridge, the Atlantic City group, Lou and Jeff and Ted and all those guys, and DGen and I'm guessing Craig, they're getting together. Maybe Frank will be there. They'll be there in Atlantic City on February 18th to the 23rd. I think it's going to be at Caesars, most of them. It's going to be a Caesars Properties thing. There's a tier multiplier down there, so get on that if you're on the East Coast. Go check it out, meet the dudes. Casino Tier Seminar is March 7th to 9th. Again, it's in Vegas at 10 Tons Crib, which is pretty cool. I mean, you get up there, he's got that white, we call it the whorehouse table, the white whorehouse table that overlooks the strip. That's bucket list practice session right there. Plus you get to hang out with Bo Parker, Dice Coach, and Ed. Big AZ's meetup is end of March, and Brownwater Bash is mid-May. So a lot of things happening. I know that the Color Up DiceCon is following all that. So once these things start falling off the map here, we'll announce more stuff. I'm going to guess there's going to be a Colorado trip for somebody. I'm going to guess there's going to be some. We got to get like an Arizona meetup. What we should do, actually, let's think about this. I know Big AZ is going to be in Vegas March 23rd, but it seems like there's an opportunity here to get to Arizona sometime during spring training and do like a craps and baseball kind of a thing. Go see a couple of games, play some crap. That'd be kind of fun. I should actually give him a call. We'll see some of that. All right, let's go. Let's see what's going on here. I got some good stuff in the chat. Looks like Blart the Mail Cop. What a movie that was. Says this before I jump into other stuff. Actually, let me jump ahead, then I'll come back and I'll highlight your messages here in a minute. I'm actually going to favorite them, so when I come back, give me a second here to do that. I will do this here and that there. I'll make sure I come back to your stuff, Mall Cop, and we'll talk about it. Okay, so we say, is there something wrong with my green filter again? I got to take that off. The poltergeist is diffusing the green. My walls are green, Joe. You're right. I'm actually going to. I'm actually going to, yeah, I see the, let me just take it off. What do you see how ugly this freaking room is? Let me go here. I'm going to go here and take the green screen off, and you'll see like, oh my God, look at those walls. They're actually green. That makes it better. I bought paint. It's coming. The thing is about my studio, and I think I mentioned before, the wall that I look at, which is right ahead, like I sit at my craps table, is a wall, obviously right across from me. The table is diagonal. That the whole room is green like that. I use a projector. I don't use a monitor. I have a 4K projector behind me that projects onto the wall my screen. My video of myself is like 2 feet tall, right? Your chats are literally, the words are this big in the chat, so I can see everything. But in the green, it looks like crap, and I can't see it very well. And this light that I've got above me is a bedroom light, so it's terribly for diffuse. It's upgrading is happening. The white paint that I bought is special 4K paint for the wall, and I bought soundproof white paint for everything else. So in about a month, this whole room will be white, and then I can hang the coffee cups. You see the coffee cups back there? Like there's the coffee cup stack. Those will be hanging up on the wall. It'll be. I'll get it figured out. It's just a work in progress. You know what I mean? I've been out of work for a while, so I'm trying not to spend any money on the studio if I can help it. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to get into some play here in a minute and some DI talk. But reminder: I should just make this a commercial. I should make this a commercial and start the show with this every day. And actually, I was talking to David about this too. I'm like, I want to make this, what we're about to talk about here, like a Casino Quest commercial kind of a thing, right? And just kind of like start every show with this. And he should start every show with this too, because it's so important, right? So important that we filter what we're watching and what we're reading about and what we're hearing about and what's being chatted about in this lens, okay? The lens of The Bridge, or my Gambling 101 to 401 series, which is kind of the same thing, right? Be measured in how you hear things, and make sure that you use your brain as a filter, because a lot of things get said and a lot of things get misinterpreted. And a lot of people hear what they want to hear and cherry pick what they want to get out of something. It's important that when you're watching our shows, when you're playing Crapsy, when you're checking out a video that's the next best strategy from somebody, that you use this lens, right? Does what you're hearing match the goal that you have, right? When you go to the casino, do you have a goal? Is your goal financial? I want to make 10%, $100. Or is your goal emotional? I want to have a good experience. I want to enjoy my night. I want to burn some time before dinner and be able to last through a night with friends. Know your goal, state your goal, right? Have the bankroll with you that supports the goal, right? The bankroll has a lot to say about how you can handle loss, how long you can last, what kind of losses you can withstand. The bankroll has a lot to say about what kind of leverage you can apply to your bets. We'll talk a lot about that, right? The bigger your bankroll, you have either more bullets or bigger bullets. You got to decide. You want to shoot with a 50 cal, with 22. You got to decide that when you go in, and your strategy that you play had better be able to take advantage of that, right? Knowing your aversion or appetite for risk is important because it helps you identify opportunity. Opportunity being, if you're risk averse and I've won some money, my opportunity is to get the hell out of this casino with some money. If you have a high risk appetite and the bankroll to sustain this, and you're winning and you're on a streak or you're in a pocket, the opportunity is to lean into that thing. And again, your bankroll's got a lot to say about that, right? All that tied together with the right way to play, to match all of it up so that it works best for you in the right venue. Go to the casino that treats you the best, that you like their dealers, that you get the best room deals at. Play on the tables that you like the most, right? Play at the limits that match all of it. All of it has to match, right? Your destination might need to be bubble craps. Your destination might need to be a roll to win table. Your destination might need to be the automatic roulette wheel and not the real tables, because your bankroll and or your goal and or your time won't support it, okay? It's hard with all of that to keep your emotions in check and be in the moment. It's hard to have a strong mindset that helps you connect everything and stay on task, and the discipline to let you execute. All of that, everything we just said, you apply those filters to what you're watching. If you get emotional when I win or lose, or you get too all in on the Crapsy tournament, there's an issue there, right? These shows, Crapsy, all that stuff is really good to help you exercise these muscles, which are for the most part, aside from bankroll, non-tangible things, right? Those are muscles that need work. And this is how you exercise them, by watching our shows and by applying this stuff through it, okay? So let's jump ahead and talk about some DI stuff, all right? This 5-9 challenge that we're doing with Skill and Luck. I want to explain this. I know because Will from Advantage Dice Workshop asked me about it. The Advantage Players Workshop asked me about it. It came up last. I was watching Jeff do it last night. Here's the thing with this, and what skills assertion is this: a DI who can stay. I'm actually taking while we're doing this thing. Oh, appetite is still. I got to spell appetite wrong. Okay, thanks, Dan. I did get rid of the green. The green walls are going to go. I thought they were going to be cool, but I can't make it work. It actually gives me kind of a headache because it's so weird and dark in here. Anyway, the 5-9 challenge, skills assertion, Skill and Luck, dial in the chat. You see him on Craps chat. His assertion is, if you want to be a hybrid player, a big component of that is a big don't pass bet. $100, $200, whatever. If you're going to play a big don't, so you can play good sized line bets and make some money, the part that crushes you is the come out roll. Yesterday Monday I played the Horseman with you guys for a while, and the come outs killed me, right? I won every bet except for the come outs. All my come bets paid when they got set. I think almost every one of them got paid. My don't passes all got paid too. I won the come bets, and then the don't passes all won except for the last one. We had a great day except for the come out rolls. In the come and in the don't pass. So he's thinking, okay, to get the don't pass bet out, let's lay the 9. Lay the 9. There's a dice set out there that if you stay on axis, will hide the 9s. If you're on axis, dice don't implode or explode. There are no 9s available. So you should be able to lay the 9 as often as you want to. So if you roll come out 7, the lay 9 will pay, protect your don't, and off you go. That's the assertion. The set, by the way, is this one. Let me go get my dice over here for you. Where's my dice? It is the 6-2. 6-2 is that, and there's the 6-2 there. So it's a 6-2, 6-2 dice set. If you take a look at this dice set, there are no 9s on it. There's no way to make a 9 if both dice stay on axis. When one of them goes sideways, now you have your 5-4 and you're kind of screwed. So that's what he's thinking, right? Can a person be on axis enough, consistently enough? And if they can be, that's the set that you would use to hide the 9 of the 5. That's the assertion. So everybody's taking about 108 rolls, and I've been told, okay, 108 is not enough, right? 108 is not enough to say mathematically significant number to say John can hide the 9. It's only 100 rolls. It's not like enough. But if you take it and say it's not that it's 109 total rolls, and I think Jeff did it last night in Crapsy, which he should have done, right? As shooters, let's do 108 shots or whatever, right? And he got like 11 shooters into that thing. So he was looking, hey, you only had like 9 come outs or whatever. And the 9 come outs, I never hit a 9. Think of it as all 108 rolls are actually come out rolls. Pretend like all 108 that we're doing here, every roll is a come out roll. You're trying to say in 108 come out rolls, 108 times I play the strategy, could I have avoided the 9? It's not about what happens after it. It's about, here's a come out roll, I avoided the 9. Here's a come out roll, I avoided the 9. When Jeff does it, when Joe from Craftmaster Journey did it, Brian from HCS did it, Gargoyle's going to do it, now Will's going to do it, George I think is going to do it also. When all of us do it, or all of them do it, and we have 720 combined come out rolls from people who claim to be able to shoot on axis pretty well, then we answer the question, does that dice set really hide the 9s as often as it should? Right? Because I give you this all the time. Let's go to put the light on here. I say this kind of stuff a lot. I know you get this in the way here. It doesn't matter what you're laying. Okay, and here's why I say that. If you just lay the 9, I'll lay it for $30. Okay, well, let's do a $30 lay 9. Let's pretend that's our bet. Okay, what's going to happen over if you're on the expected thing, right? If things happen as they should, that bet is going to lose how many times? Out of 36 come out rolls, right? You should lose that bet 4 times. 4 times you should see a 9 on the come out roll. That's going to end up being how much? 30 times 4 is $120. Let's put it out there. 120. you're going to lose it 120 times, right? If things also hold to form, that $30 lay is going to be a $20 win. And again, and this is minus the VIG, right? That's $1 VIG every time. So don't forget, as it pays, there's $4 in VIG that it cost you to make the bet, okay? That's an important piece to remember, right? There's a $4 VIG as you make the bet. When you lose the bet, you're going to lose that bet, or you're going to win that bet rather on the 7 6 times. It pays $20, right? You're going to win $20 6 times, which is also, ta-da, $120, right? The difference is the $4, right? If it happens according to Hoyle, right, you're going to win and lose the exact same amount of money, taking the VIG out of it. That's the difference. This is the casino doesn't give a shit that you do this, right? They don't care. You can do it all day long. If you win this bet more often than you lose the bet, then whatever, right? On the don't pass side of things, if you're doing that with a $20 don't pass as the kicker, right? Every time the 7 rolls and this loses, again, 6 7s ostensibly is you're going to win 120 from that, you're going to lose 120 here, you're going to be net 0 minus the $4, right? That's the difference. It doesn't matter, right? All these lay bets and shit don't matter at all. Now, what Skill is saying is, well, if we can hide that 9 one extra time, okay? So instead of losing $30 4 times, you lose $30 3 times, okay? So you lose $90, right? $90 with 3 VIG instead of 120. And when you win on your 7s, you're winning 120, right? Your don't pass is clear 1 extra time. So you get one $20 don't pass bet for free, essentially, when this happens. If you can hide the 9 more than you should, you're still going to get this tie, but one time you're not going to lose it. You're going to get 1 extra don't pass bet. That's the assertion, right? Mathematically, that's what he's trying to prove. Can a DI, a qualified DI, of which I am not, make that happen, right? What is the number that we need to hit? What's the number that makes it significant, right? And again, I think that 6 people doing 100 rolls each or whatever, or 7 people doing 100 rolls each, we get the 720 as a total number of things. That's a good look at it, right? Can 720 come outs from on-axis shooters hide the 9 more than 4 out of 36 times? Okay, so if you do the math, we could do, 720 divided by 4, right? We should see less than 189s in that whole setup, right? That's the plan. That's the plan. Less than 189s in the entire thing. So hopefully, when we're done, we'll have some kind of an answer on that. Now we're doing 5 and the 9 because whatever, they're the same. The numbers are the same. So either the 5 or the 9 might become an outlier for somebody, right? To me, they're both the same. Either you hide the 5 or you hide the 9. Doesn't matter which one you choose. And Dice Dr. Dan raises the question, if you can avoid the 5 and or the 9, why would you bother playing the don't, right? I mean, again, these all go into theoretical ways of playing, right? Again, if you're that worried about the don't play it. Jacob from Raging This says it all the time. If you're that worried about the don't play it. You're going to get picked off. If you're going to use the don't as a way to leverage your place bets, fine. You're going to take the heat on the come out. You're going to win it back on the good rolls. It's going to even itself out over time. The more you hedge, the more you end up losing. You're playing really, in that case, for the $4, right? That's what it becomes. It becomes a difference of $4 unless you find some weird variant, right, that you end up being in. Now, that's what I got to say about that, right? It's all about the numbers, and I don't think that any one of us can shoot 720 come out rolls like that. It'll take us forever to get you all the data that you need. I think 720 combined is going to be enough to get some significance, and we'll just get a chance to see who can. It's not about who can do it. It's about can it be done, right? If you're on axis more than X% of the time, what does that mean in terms of 5s and 9s? Instead of 180 that we're supposed to see, are we seeing 160? Is that enough to make a decision, right? If it's 174 instead of 180, is that enough to make a decision? If it's 186 instead of 180. Is that enough to make a decision not to play the don't, right? So that's what I want to get to. That's the challenge though, right? If you're an on-axis shooter and you've got a channel, do it. Roll 108. You can do it in 2 sessions. Doesn't matter how many shows it takes you to get it done. It isn't like we're doing, like I said for Jeff last night, I don't care about the shooters that are being exposed. It's about pretending every roll's a come out. And that 108 is a clean 108. And that's how we're going to look at that. So hopefully that all makes sense, right? Why the thing is happening, what it aims to prove. And again, my thoughts on axis throwing, right? The dice never stay on axis through the course of the throw, right? Through the course of the release, the landing, the back wall, the re-landing, and the rollout. The dice never stay on axis that entire time, ever, right? They do pitch and yaw all over the place. What we're trying to see is how many times a DI can get an on-axis result, all right? Now, I'm going to wind up a little bit here too and cover this. In my throwing sessions, and I'll do it today too, I've been doing some slow-mo. I've been taking slow-mo of my practice sessions, and I've got some interesting video to show you. It's not perfection, I'll tell you that right now. What's interesting is when I say things like kiss of death, you'll see how disastrous that is. When I say that was a good one out loud, usually it was a pretty good throw, and you can see the dice maintaining the spin through all the points of contact. Now there is some where they flip over first and then they keep spinning, and there's some where it happens afterwards, but you'll see what energy control really does under the microscope. And I'm gonna try and chop some of that up and pick out the good ones, not the good results, but the interesting throws to show you how energy transfer happens in the dice when they hit each other, the deck and the back wall. So look for that. Maybe when I'm in California and I'm not doing shows next week, I'll take the nighttime at the hotel room and cut the video down. Maybe that's what I'll do. So, all right, what is next for us? Let's play some hybrid. We're going to do a red cross reduction today. I'm going to go out there and we're going to play the red cross, but I'm going to do I'm going to reduce the size. I'm going to regress the bets basically after the first couple. So we'll have $100 don't pass to start with. I'm going to regress my bets down to match the don't after the first couple of hits. We're going to take 2 hits and then come down and play it hybrid style from that point forward. We're going to try that as a thing, all right? Before that, though, let's do our Q&A. Make sure that anybody who wants to get off and go back to work or whatever has a chance to. I'm going to go ahead and, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and check for any Qs or PCs that go through here. Let's give it a little PC check. Are there anything interesting? I've already got that one favorited from Tom Marco. Are there any Qs? Let's see. No. Okay, let's just go over the quick stuff that came up to this point, and then I'm going to go and play it out. All right. So Blart Mall Cup. I got crushed on Bubble Craps last night with small stakes, but nothing was hitting, which is Bubble Craps. I'll tell you what. I know it ain't rigged, but it sure feels like it, doesn't it? This is the reason I think for Bubble Craps. Bubble Craps serves 2 purposes to me. One purpose is low bankroll people. If you have low bankroll, play Bubble Craps. For me, I use it as a change machine. Like literally, if I win $573 at the craps table, now of course I'm gonna probably give them as a tip the change. But if I'm left with like $550, I don't like. This is so stupid. I mean, this sounds really uppity. I don't like non-hundreds in my wallet. I only carry hundreds. If you see me at the casino, you know, right? I don't like 20s and 50s. I really don't. I'll go to the Bubble Craft machine and I'll try and turn 50 into 100 or 0. Like literally, I use it as a money launderer for myself. That's a purpose for it, right? If you have low bankroll, it's a great way to play the game without a ton of risk. I think it's a great way to test strategies, right? If you want to play a Wayland ladder strategy, you want to do the thing you saw Color Up do, right? Lay the 10 for 40 and go whatever across, right? Or 44 inside. Cool. Lay the 10 for 4, go $4 inside, right? Just reduce it all the way down to the nubs. Play it. It's a great way to do that. If you get crushed on it, right? Keep your stakes low and use it as an educational thing. Let me just try and see how this works in real life, right? There's a new guy, Blart says also about analyzing strats on YouTube, Dice Info. He seemed very appreciative of the shout out. He's great, man. I like him a lot. Like I said, I'm going to get him on. He's such a cool dude. And it's fun when I get to meet fellow nerds. You know, he's a programmer. So we could talk code a little bit. When I had JB on the show a bunch of times, he's a math guy, mathematician, financial guy, like a statistician. So when we have access to guys like Myopia Movie JB, it's great to talk to him because although we disagree vehemently, like hardcore disagree on a lot of things, he's a wealth of information, and I can just nerd bounce off of him, like to explain this, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome, right? Dice Data, same thing. It's great. I think it's going to be really cool to have him on, and again, we can learn from him, right? It's like he's seeing the data that we talk about, right? We're doing little runs here. He's doing millions of rolls. We can talk about what he's seeing in the data, which I think is great. So we definitely will do some analysis with him. So we'd love to see his analysis with John's voiceovers. Yeah, right. Do you think I should stop betting against a shooter if they make 1 point against your dark bets or 2 count? Garrison. Oh, by the way, Garrison's got a show tonight. I know it was last night. Tonight's Wednesday. I guess I missed it last night. That's up to you. Some people put a hard rule on it. Like, I'm not going to let a shooter beat me twice, right? So they beat you when they come out. They knock off one of your points. Like, no more money for that guy, right? If you're a believer or non-believer in dice influence, and the guy's not, if he's just hucking and chucking, to me it doesn't matter. Like I land in this world where DI's got like a little bit of a sliver of what it's doing for you. 99% of the time, the dice are going to do what they want to do, and I don't believe that what just happened begets what's about to happen. I just don't believe it, right? Energy to me. Metaphysical energy. I know some people are really into that stuff. I'm not into that stuff. I don't believe that anything happens unless you're having a bad day and you're the shooter and you're shaky or something or sweaty. That can influence what you're doing, what you're trying to do. Everything else, though, to me, I don't care if a shooter beats me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. To me, I'm playing the dice, not the guy. That's how I look at it. So I wouldn't personally avoid a shooter who's beaten me a couple times. Some people say 100% guy beat you twice, don't ever play. That's going to be a thing for you and your bankroll to decide. Again, my feelings are no. My feelings are no. There are times where I will budget and say I'm going to give 10 bullets of $100 for 10 different people. And if a shooter burns my $100, I'll be done for that shooter and just wait it out till the next guy because I'm playing on a plan, right? That may be a thing that I encounter, but I'll reduce my bets down to keep the guy playing. So that's kind of how I do it. Let's see. You bring in $1,300, take one stab with a drawdown to 220, but that's it. Remember on the drawdown, 220 feels like an inside bet to me. The Dallas drawdown to me only works if you go across. I know that's orthogonal to what a lot of people say about across betting or, betting across is crazy person stuff. And it probably is. But the drawdown to me, and Dice Data did a thing on a drawdown play, but didn't include the 4 and 10. If you don't have the 4 and 10, you're going to burn rolls, right? The drawdown only worked in the daily paycheck when I ran it. It won 80% of the time because I think I had the outsides. There was a lot of shows where I hit a 10 and then an 8 and I was out, right? With extra profit. If I had done inside play only, I would have burned on that show another probably 10 to 12% of the time. We would have lost our money more often. Be careful with it if you're not going across. Be careful with it at 220. Right, just it's a big number, so make sure your bankroll can withstand that. But again, I recommend even at 220, get the 4 and 10 for $15, table minimum each. Get them $15 each, and count them as bonus bets. But don't ignore them because it's going to drive you insane that you don't get them when they come, and you're missing out on a chance to get off the table quickly. And if I had a 4 and 10, even at table minimum, I'm still bringing the insides down to 110. Right? It's like, okay, fine. I got, $27 out of that one instead of, 70, whatever. Bring the insides down. It's 2 hits and run for the hills, guys. It's so important. Tom Marco says, is AI pertinent? Not yet. AI only works off of what it's been told, right? And here's the thing about AI. These AI models, they can't think yet. They can think, they can analyze what data they have, but they cannot make decisions yet. And if you look around the world, this is gonna sound so dumb. So I'm sorry about this in advance. You look around the world of online craps, right? What's available? If again, the AIs, we feed them information. They basically scour the internet and read every document that's out there. Every word on every page in the whole internet is what's in their databases. And by the way, it's been said that AI is done learning, right? There's nothing else for it to learn in terms of we've already given it all the information that we have cataloged. It already has it all. Now what AIs are doing is learning how to consume it and how to make charts with it and that kind of stuff, but it can't decide yet. You ask an AI what the best strategy is, it's always going to tell you come best with max odds, right? You ask what the best inside strategy is, it'll tell you things like 1 unit press because it read an article about that, right? You can try and give it parameters to say, given this bankroll with these bets, construct me a play that would win the most money with this set of 15 rolls. Then it can do that. It can say, okay, given these 15 rolls, that shooter that John just did, and these 5 ways to play, what's the best way to maximize those rolls? Okay. You can say that same thing with a different set of 15 rolls and do it over and over again. It'll start to figure out what works best against rolls as you're feeding it that data. It'll always give you the new stuff. It's not going to give you any new theory. It's going to regurgitate what it has in a way you can understand. I think people think AIs are really thinking. They're not thinking. They're just presenting data in a way that you can consume it a little easier. We're working now on training them to make educated guesses or analyze data in better ways. That's the next generation of AI. These agentive AIs are doing more of that now. They're not quite there yet. So I would take AI and say, given these roles and these 5 ways to play, smash it all together and analyze. Smash them together, analyze, reanalyze, fix that one, make that thing better. It'll start doing some of that. But again, it's data that it already has. It's not quite mature enough yet. In a year or two, you're going to start seeing some stuff that'll scare you with it for sure. But not just yet. That's where it's coming to. Good morning, Waylon. How are you doing, sir? Good morning, Duracell, reminding us that there are 23, now there's 27 people and 7 likes. I don't pay attention to the likes so much, but my God, 27 and 7, really? Everybody just hit it. Hit it. Make YouTube love me. He says, Craps is like a stock market. Past results are not indicative of future results. Well, the thing is this, right? Stock markets, you're right. To some degree, stock markets do carry a drag to them, right? If it was a bad day yesterday in the stock market, generally speaking, today has some residual effect of that, right? People are weary. They might be spending less money. There are trends that develop in stocks and in trading, right? That's a world where the word trend works because, news affects things. Previous day's trading affects things. The current state of affairs affects things, right? So things do matter from day to day. Dice are 100% random, right? The only thing that changes from one throw to the next throw is if you're denting the table in that one spot where they keep hitting and the table surface changes, or you're chipping the dice and they change. Otherwise, the dice have no memory, right? And the ball in roulette has no memory. Unless somebody can exert influence over it, you can't create a trend or you can't live in a trend. That's why people say that, right? I think you can create a variant, right? I think a good shooter who's doing their thing can create a variant that's positive for them. I believe that, right? I have faith in. Remember that? I have faith in the fact that somebody who can manipulate those cubes can create a positive variant for themselves. All right, let's go play. Let's go back to screen. Do some red cross regression or reduction, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to play the red cross. I'm going to throw today the white and blue dice. Let me get my screen over here. Hold on a second. We'll do the DPC. We'll turn the lights on. I'm going to use, again, my practice dice, which are these, the whites and the blues over there. And I'm going to play the red cross like this. We're going to go with the traditional red cross to start with. So $500. And it's going to go $100 on the don't. I'll take this away. We're going to go 75 in the field. We're going to go 150, 6 and 8. 150 or 125 on the 5 and 9. That adds up to $500. Okay, it's nice and easy, right? 300, 400, 500 between the box bets, $100 on the don't. The ratio, if you think about it as green chips, it's 5 units up here, 5 green chips here, 3 in the field, 4 on the line. That's how this thing starts. What we're going to do, we're going to take 2 hits up top, whatever these are. One field, one, it doesn't matter what the 2 hits are. I'm going to reduce these bets down to be $100. So we're going to be we'll take 2 hits in profit. We're going to hedge this thing out. That'll lock up a little bit of profit for us. And then we're going to play red cross from the small level and use the field and all the things we're going to do. We're going to try and catch a run. but we're gonna do a little drawdown after a couple of hits. I'm not gonna draw down each one. I'm gonna take 2 raw hits and then draw this thing down. Okay, so let me go in here. I got a couple things to do before I start playing. I'm gonna get my phone out. I've been charging the phone the whole time here. I'm going to set up my camera to record slow motion. Hold on. And I'm going to put up in there in the hopper. I got a hopper over here. Give me a second. Let's go here. I got to get it up into the thing. 1 second. Oops. Again, I'm trying to capture as much slow-mo as I can for us all. Get in there. All right. I would have had it done earlier, but I was charging it. All right, we're going to start the slow-mo camera now. Capture what video I can capture. There it is. I'll get Crapsy going here in a second, and then we'll get started. And let's do it. Let's do a little bit of Red Cross today. And again, I'm going to do. We are going to log rolls all morning. So Crapsy, give me a second to get you started here. And then we'll get. When I do the show, my computer, of course, goes to sleep and we lose our connection. So that's what happens there. Crapsy's going. Go to live tab. We're going to go to the Pro Craps Daily Paycheck and press the play button. And now Crapsy's live. If you want to play along, play along. I know Crapsy's been having some problems recently. Hopefully those problems don't get in our way today. But here we go. Let's get my stick. Let's get them dice. Let's come out and let's make some money. Let's make some money with a little Red Cross style drawdown. All right. I'll leave the don't pass up at that same level. Okay. Here we go. First roll coming out. Gotta avoid that 7, right? Gotta avoid the 7 and the 11 here. Let's come out. And of course I've got my 1 stacked, right? So the chances of me doing that are reduced, I think. So here we go. Let's get those bets on in. And I'm coming out. Here we go. We got a 3-3 hard 6. There's the 6, a 33. All right, 3-3-6. That's your first point. Let's go. Now the bets are on. Let's move the puck over. All right, those green dice are kind of in the way. All right, here we go. I'm going to press the button. I'll be pressing the button pretty quick on Crapsy, so kind of, oh no. What did I do? What did I do? I just, oh God. Sorry, I just deleted my Crapsy window. What a dumbass. There we go. Hold on. Press the wrong button. I deleted the damn thing. Let's do that. What did I do? Crapsy. Come on. Why can't I see? There it goes. Okay. Oh, I see what happened. I took it out of the thing. All right. Press that. There we go. Sorry. I pressed the button that closes one of the tabs. So here we go. Looking for a point of 6. For you, not for me. I want some numbers. Let's go. That's going to be a 3 ace deuce. 1, 2, 3. That's a 1, 2, 3. That's a 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. That'll pay $75. And as you know, in the Red Cross, 2, 3. Okay. We're going to play this though, 2 hits and out. Whatever happens here, we're done. We're going to be down and we're going to regress the whole thing. It's going to take me a minute to deal it out. So I apologize in advance for that. Here we go. And of course the roll tracker doesn't seem to care. So hold on. 3, 3. And 1, 2. Here we go. Ooh, kiss of death. Kiss of death, and it's death. It's death for me, 4-2. But that's okay. Notice what I did, 4-2-6. I kept the 6 up, okay? We will lose 75 and 100, okay? We're going to win 175. I did that on purpose this time, to leave that up there on these inside points, to leave it up. Because I know it's going to be a tie when that happens, and it sucks that it's a tie. It's better than losing it. And again, the point here is to get these things out quick, right? So end of the day, what happens? We get our 175 back. We still have our 3 hits up there, our first field hit. We have not had 2 collections yet. So it's 2 collections and we're done. All right, here we go. Making a little change to this thing as we go here. So it's not the normal red cross. It's kind of a newer kind of spin on it. Here we go. Coming out. Got to avoid big red for another roll here. And we got a hard 10, 5-5. All right. Double nickel. That was a nice looking throw. 5-5. I want to see that one under slow motion. That's going to be cool under slow-mo. That was kind of a neat landing right there. So let's see how that thing looks tomorrow. All right. It's going to be a 5-5. All right. Here we go. Get the dice. Get the dice. Puck is on. We need one more box hit. That's not a 10. One non-10. That'll be our second collect, and then we'll be done. 2 collections, and we're out. Here we go. That looks like a 6 again, a 5 and a 1. That is the mixer. 5-1-6. 5-1. Beautiful. Okay. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to take that 175. Okay. We will lose the field, obviously. I'm going to bring it all back. Okay. We're going to take all this down. I'm going to leave $100 out there. We're going to play a $100 iron cross. Okay. We'll do the old-fashioned $100 iron cross. I'm going to take this money back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the $500 that we started the box run with, right? We start with $500. That's coming right back to the rack. We're actually right now even in the rack. This 75 is a lock. This 100 is what I'm going to play with. We're going to go 5, 6, 8, and a $15 field. Okay. Now we're at 1-to-1 out there. No, nothing bad can happen. We 7 out. We actually win $100. We're net up $100 because we've already got our money back. We can go right back on out there and play. Okay. We catch a 10, whatever. We'll lose 100. We'll win 15. So be it. We're in a good shape right here. We can't really lose. All we can do is do good. We will take the field and start moving that field money around like I do. And that's it. 2 hits to pay dirt, and then we'll just play it out. Simple. And I'll follow the exact same normal iron cross rules that we do. There's a 6 again. 3-3 hard 6. It's our second one of those today. 3-3. 3-3. I don't know if Crafts is working well. I know people are griping about it elsewhere. Anyway, $35 on the 6, 25, $35 on the 6. What I'm going to do here is this with these things, right? We're going to collect greens and place reds for a little bit. Collect greens and place reds. Just for a bit. Here we go. That looks like an 8, a 6, and a 2. 6 and a 2. That's an 8. 6, 2, 8. 6, 2, 8. 6, 2, 8. All right, that pays 35. And we'll place the 4. Take the green. Oh, I got to take the field too. So the field goes back with 10 change. All right, so now we're set up. Now we have our box set. The field will now start feeding the box. I'm going to try and get these numbers up a little bit more here. I want to make sure I'm pulling back keeper greens on those things right there. So I'm going to want my 6 and 8 to be paying me $40 at least. So I'll probably get them to $36. So they pay 42 minus the 15 becomes a green chip, right? That's what I want to get them to. And the 5 looking like 35. So the next hit that we get from the field, that's how I'll push that up. All right, here we go. 1, 1. Am I doing wrong here? There we go. All right. Ooh, kiss. That's going to be great in slow motion. Oh my God. Wait till you see that one. Holy crap. They landed on that cockeyed thing. What a disastrous throw that was. 3, 6, 9. That was horrifying. You won't believe how bad that is when you see it in slow motion. All right, but that's cool. The 9 pays twice. We get paid $15 here, right? We get paid $14 there. 14 for the $10 9 there. What I'm going to do is what I said. We're going to make the 6 and 8 look like $36. They'll pay 42. The 5 goes to 30. It pays 42. So now 42 minus 15 is a quarter coming back to the rack every single time. All right. This here, stack the 9, stack the 4, and take a couple of bucks in as change. I'll put the dollars over here. Now we're set up. We got the box ready to go. Everything's going to be bringing back quarters to us, which is awesome, except for the 9. The 9 will have one more hit to it to bring back a quarter. Then we're solid, man. We're totally solid. I did it again. I keep doing that with the freaking. There we go. Crap. See. There we go. All right, here we go. This is the right side thing that drives me crazy. You get all set up, and then you know what's going to happen. Right now that we're set, we need to get like a couple more hits and really just bring some cash in. Alrighty, we got the 7. Like I said, you knew it was going to happen, right? I'm talking about it. 5-2, 2-5. It's a 9 roller though. 2-5. That's okay. It's okay, right? We'll lose all this mess up in here. I'll take a look at where the rack is. Let's take a look at what we did. Everybody's going to say the iron cross sucks because all those hits and you made no money. All those hits and you made no money. There's the $100 on the don't. If I take the 500 and actually let's do this. Let's put this all back out here again. Let's put the $500 back out. So 5, 6, 8 in the field, 50, 50, and 1. Okay. Actually, I lied. That's 500 plus this is actually $600. So I'm actually off. I got to do this. Here's my rack. My rack would have been, it would have taken me $600 to get out there. So there's 2,500, 3,000, 4,000, 400, $600 is what's in play. Okay. With all that, what came back to my rack from that shooter was this: 100, 200, and $35 comes back. Okay. Not as much as it could have been. Had I stayed in the iron cross, this collect at this big level, we'd have had triple the money, right? But again, coming down to hybrid level means you're locking it up and playing okay. I'm not going to use the leverage this time. We're not going to go leverage system and make everything, bigger. If I get this to where it makes more sense, I can do it. I guess you could take $100 out of here if you really wanted to and say, we'll leverage up $100 worth, right? We'll go to 180 on the 6 and 8, 150 on the 5, and 100 in the field. We can do that, right? Leverage them up a little bit, still keep 125. So the 2 hits now are more valuable. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with making that decision. What the hell? Let's do it. Let's leverage our wins. We talk about it a lot. Let's actually practice what we preach. We'll leverage the wins up. Don't have to. You can leave that $200 in there as profit in the rack. Here we go. Coming out, the field's off. It's just out there for convenience's sake. So ignore it until we get a point. Just got to catch a point here. Come on, Fatso, give it. Let's go. Get a point. Get a point, Johnny. Get a point. Get a point. It's a 7. Damn it. Nope. 6-1. 6-1. It's actually a perfect throw. A 1-6 is what we want out of this dice set. 1-6. Come out 7. Lose the don't. So I'll take it out of my rack. I'll replace the don't. Now we only have we have $25 in profit. We took all that money and now we have $25 in profit, and the best laid plans of mice and men. Here we go. Come on, Johnny, get out. Let's get out. Look, that was a flicker flopper. 4 and a 4. That's not a 3, it's a 4. Where's the 4? 4-4, heart 8. 4-4. We got us a point. Remember, leaving it up. If we buckshot the point, we buckshot the point. We just live to fight another day. Here we go. Everything's hot. Everything's live. Everything is live. Yeah, Garrison was on last night. That's right, it was on last night. Yep. And you were talking about trends, you're talking about metaphysics and all that stuff. So everybody should go back and watch that. I lost the whole day yesterday. I didn't have my show in the morning. And when I don't have a show in the morning, I lose my whole grounding for the day. I forget what day it is. Like I worked for 11 hours yesterday on Casino Quest stuff, and I just completely lost track of all of it. Here we go. Here we go. That is a 6, 5, and a 1. Awesome sauce. All right. 1, 5. That's going to be good under slow-mo too, because that one die spun like crazy, like a top. I want to see what caused it. 1, 5. Okay. Lose the field, which kind of sucks, right? But 180 is going to pay $210, which is cool. We'll put the $10 back in the field. I'll actually put 10 on the 9 because who cares, and bring back the black that we lost down here. So I kind of feel like I want an extra hit, but we're not going to do it. We're not going to chase the loss. We're just going to go ahead and play it out. But that's a nice level up. That level up brought a black chip back when all is said and done. That's pretty cool. Here we go. All righty. Another kiss. It's an 8 this time. 5, 3, 8. All right. 5, 3. 5, 3. Throws are not looking great today, but we'll take it. Lose 100. Win 210. I'm going to put $10 on that 4. I'm going to take this $200 back to my rack along with all this. We're going to go and take 5, 6, and 8 again at the $100 level. I'll take $25 to do a $15 field with 10 change, and look at what's coming back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, we can replace this $100 goes into here. This 500 goes here. That's our starting bankroll. We have our decent betting levels out there, and I've got 110 coming back. So we have 125, 135 back in profit. We're back in profit. That's all. Everything out here is profit now. Pull it all down, and we have 135 plus whatever this is, $100 here. So 235, 245, 255, 355 in profit. If you bring it all down and go to the casino, go to the cage with it, right? All right, here we go. That is a crap. See, getting set. Here we go. Let's have a better throw here. Let's have a better throw. No flipping and flopping. Nice, easy toss, Johnny. That's better. That's so much better. That's a 9. 6, 3. So much better. Just when you slow down and breathe a little bit. All right, 6, 3. Even if the results aren't great, they look nice. 6, 3. All right, why is freaking Roll Tracker not tracking the rolls here? So annoying. I'm going to put those in and have to like refresh it twice to make it work. 1, 6. Does that work? Okay. And then we had 4, 4. 1, 5. A 5, 3. And a 6, 3. Okay. Roll Tracker's right. That 9 is going to pay twice. We'll get paid 15 in the field. We'll get paid 14 up top. 10. 14 up top. I shall do. Now we'll do the 14. Okay, 14 for the top. All right. Again, I'm going to make the 6 and 8 look like 36. The 5 look like 30. That way we're going to get paid a quarter on the box numbers. The rest of this here, 15. We'll make the 9 look like 20. I'll make the 4 look like 15 with a couple of change. Now, we put it all back out there that time on that 9. Why? 20 pays 28. 15 pays 27. These all pay 40. Everything in the box now brings me a green chip. We're just going to start collecting greens. As long as I can stay alive, we can collect green chips. And we can just same bet it if you want to forever. I'm actually kind of okay with that. Here we go. Green chips only. Can I stay alive? Can I stay alive? Oh yeah, 9's a new point. Thanks. Thank you. 9. Let's go. Stay alive, John. Stay alive. Let's have some good quality throws here. That's a 4 hard. All right. Hard 4. Deuces. 2-2. Yeah, that's awesome. So we'll pay them both separately. The place bet 4 pays $27. Right there. That's going to always be a collect. We always collect from the place bets, always. The field 4 pays $15. Not 20, pays $15. The field always goes back out, right? Let's make the 9 look like $25. Let's make the 5 look like 35. Or I'll make the 4 actually look like 25. So make the 4 and 9 both a quarter. Actually, I'm going to move this 9 to the 10. We don't need that anymore. We're going to make the 9, we'll leave the 9 wide. And there we go. Now our 4 is going to pay $50, which is awesome. Maybe the next field hit we get, we'll bump the 5 up and let the 5 start paying $50. Something back to the rack, right? Remember, the boxes always come back home. Here we go. A nice 5 or a 6 here, huh? Or a hard 4. That'll work also. 2-2. 2-2 hard 4. Is that what I rolled last time? 2-2. 2-2. That's back-to-back hard 4s. That's okay. That pays 15 in the field, which is great. We'll invest that in a minute. We'll get paid 50 for 1 on the hard 4. Always comes back to the rack from the box. This always gets reinvested. So the 5 now looks like 35 and it pays 50 for 1. I'll drop $1 so my 6 can go to 42. I'll drop another $1 so my 8 can go to 42. And guess what? Everything on the box now is at Magic Town. Everything pays 50 for 1 up top, right? Again, using that field for good. 50 for 1 up top. That field's looking a little more nice right now. Ideally, I can get things up top to pay 65. So the field loss doesn't matter. I'll use the field to start doing that. If we get more field hits, we'll keep throwing them up. Here we go. Here we go. Oh man, that was not a great hit, but I had this problem last night. My practice session last night sucked too. I'm really throwing them hard. 3-2-5 though, that'll work. That'll pay $50, right? Pay $49 actually. 25. We'll do 25, 45, 40. I'll pay it like this: $49. Okay, we lose our field. Field goes back out for 15. This all comes back to the rack. All right, here we go. Here we go. Mm. 9, 6, 3, 9. Lose the don't. Let's type that in. 6, 3. Bound to happen. We'll get paid our $15 here in the field, and we'll make a decision here in a second. Let's see what we have in the rack. We have our initial money back in the rack. I've got $100, $240 in the rack plus some whites. $245 in the rack. Out here, again, we're looking to make $500, right? I'll spread it out. 25, 50, 75, 100, 25, plus there's 25 again, right? That's 150, 155, in between those reds there, about another $35. So we have about 175 or so out on the field, right? Plus what's here, $400. Even though we lost in the 9, right? We're still going to call it a win. We still ended up being, okay, I'm actually going to color it all up. I'm going to color all this mess up and call that a paycheck, right? A little hybrid play. Now, it took 2 shooters that were actually good shooters to get me out of this damn thing, right? That could have been such a home run. If you're playing pure right side, that is much more of a home run play than we showed, right? Hybrid play like this they say you play not to win. That's why they say it, because we didn't win enough, right? 1, 2, 3, 400. And whatever the mess out there is, $421 was our profit today. It's okay. 421 is okay. Okay. It took a little longer than I would have liked. It took too many rolls to get there. Right? The hybrid does that to you. Right? Had we 7'd out instead of 9'd, would have been a different story. Right? We can go out there and keep playing with our bets. We have enough money here to do it. Matter of fact, you can take the $400 as profit and play the $21 somewhere and go for maybe we'll do like a little 2-roll field parlay kind of thing just to see. Maybe I'll do a field parlay and a pass line parlay with that $10. Everything live for the last couple of rolls until I 7 out. We'll do that. We're coming out right now. We're going to come out. I'll play those 2 bets until they resolve, or the next 7, or the shooter 7's out, and that'll be the end of our show today. Here we go. That's a 6, 516. That's a new point. All right, let's go. Let's go. Can we have a little pass line parlay? 516. Can the field catch fire? 516. Can we just do it? One crack. We'll take one bullet here. Oh, what a beautiful toss that was. That's a 6. That's a 6. We'll lose our field. 3-3. Oh, I didn't press the button fast enough. I'm sorry, guys. I screwed that up. 3-3-6. Okay. Field goes bye-bye, but the pass line wins. That's a parlay. That's a parlay. Now we're looking for a come out 7. Where's that come out 7 action? Where's my come out 7? Let's do it right here. Here we go. Come out 7. Or a 6. We'll have another. How about 3 6s in a row? 4, 2, 6. We like that? 4, 2, 6. 4, 2, 6. Look at that. All right, we'll take our dollar, by the way. I'll grab the hard 6. Why not? Burn the buck. Burn the buck on the hard 6. Maybe we get lucky. Let's go. Ooh, what a good looking throw that was. What a good looking throw. That was, I want to see that one in slow motion. 4-1-5. It's actually 1-4. 1-4. Okay. Looking for a 6. I'm just going to look for a 6 here. Your Crapsy is not working. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with Crapsy. What's happening with Crapsy? Here we go. That looks like hard 10 by 5. Alrighty, 5-5. I can see that there's people playing Crapsy. 5-5. Okay. Dan says I lost a don't. That wasn't. I can't see the words. I got a shadow in the way. I don't know what I lost. The 8 don't. Oh, I lost. So I have another. Yeah, I'll go back and retouch this. I don't think it's 145 though. I think if I lost the 8 don't, it'd be another 100 that I lost. Right? Did I just not keep up with the puck? Is that what happened? Here we go. No, I took care of that. I thought I did. Hold on. We'll come back to it. Let's go here. That looks like a 7 out. Okay, so we lose there, which is good. We can talk about what I screwed up. 4-3. 4-3. End of the roll. 15 roller. Good, good, good. 4-3-7. All right, that will stop the action. I think on that one, what I had was, I think I had the don't here, right? And I had 180 up on the 8, if I recall, and $100 in the field, right? And I think that paid 210, like so. I took the field down, and did I put the don't up here and not take it away? Is that what happens? I think what I did then was I took all the bets down and left $100 to play the up top with. I think that's what I did. And if that's the case, if I left the don't out there, then I have $100 too much up in here. My profit should be 300, not 400. I think if that's correct, then I have $100 less than I should, or more than I should. I'll go back and replay it and see where I screwed up. I think this is 300, not 400, is what it comes out to be. Thanks for calling me out on that. If I screwed up, that's because it's live and I screw up and I'm trying to do too much at once, right? You know, when you're talking and you're going through all of it in real time, it's easy to screw up and forget what you did. There's this extra bet on the hard ways out there. Anyway, so far, now I'm not including today, we are here. The starting bankroll was $100,000. Why? Because we won $100,000. We started at $10,000 a long time ago and earned the 100. Now we're taking $5,000 a day to try and win about $500, roughly. I stopped today at about 400. Looks like it's going to be a little bit less than that, and that's totally fine. Overall, we're 17-5. Today's adding on to that will be 18-5 following today. The profit and loss is at a magical number. Okay, it'll be about 5,700 or so when I factor in today's wins. The nice thing about that is that we've now won $500 at a time, $5,000. Right, our average win you can see is about $700 or so. The average loss about 1,400. The interesting thing there to me is that the number of wins is about twice as many as the number of losses. 75% win rate. I'm winning twice as often as I'm losing. That you take the ties out of it, right? The average win is about half the size of the average loss, which is about right. If I'm losing twice as much as I'm winning financially, and I'm winning twice as much as I'm losing in physicality, right? That's how we end up in essentially a almost tie situation. However, we're a little bit skewed to one side because our wins are big enough to cover that, right? Our win rate of 77% is bigger than it ought to be, and the average win is big. Trust me, we're doing okay. 15.3, that 0.3 matters, right? The 2 percentage points matter on the record too. That accounts for how we're getting ahead. The nice thing about being up 5,000 is this. The $5,000 that I'm playing with every day, here it is. Here's the 10 purple chips that I play with every day. All of that is profit play now. 100% of what I'm playing with now is on profit. Granted, the $100,000 was built all profit, but I don't have to dip into the 100K anymore, right? The 100K base master bankroll, we never have to go back to it unless we lose the whole 5,000. I'm playing on profit now, pure profit. And I'm leveraging wins to make money with. This is the investment cycle, right? So we're investing our wins only. That $5,000 was a critical number for me to hit because now, actually, the 5,400 or whatever it is that we're up over the 5K, that's actually the leverage money. That $700 now is the leverage money that we can use if we so choose. But we're always now working on newly gained profit, which is a cool place to be, very comforting place to be. So, all right. My final thoughts then are this. I'm sorry about the screw up with the thing. I'll fix that. I'll go out and fix it. And again, I know that the Crabsy thing is what it is. I don't know why. Chuck's got something going on. I know that Chris Degen reached out to him. Jeff's been, of course, talking to him. I don't know what the issues are. Sorry. I'm gonna keep running it and we'll play it as we go. And just I want to give you guys the venue to play through in this part of the show. So anyway, with that said. We are done for Wednesday. Little hybrid win today was kind of cool. Again, you can win this game playing any way. You can win it with a hybrid. You can win it right side. You can win it dark side. You can win it math, right? As long as the dice are doing what you need them to do and you play smartly, you can walk out a winner. The dice do what they need to do for you and you still make bad decisions, I can't help you, right? Go back to that screen before. Make good decisions based on all those factors. All right. Have a great hump day, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow morning for another episode of The Coffee Run here on Casino Gaming TV. I'm John, and I'm out. God bless you all. Bye.